Hey, good evening, beautiful you. Um, I made a video like this because I have been meditating in bed. I was thinking, meditating about the children. Yesterday, wow, I saw a video called them after such a while. And a mother knows when they see her children. Even if you're just having a beautiful conversation, a mother knows. But today, wow, I saw them finally. But people, wow, my children, because I understand life, I understand my children better. And that means when you understand life, you understand yourself better. Wow, my mother has been toxic in my life, my whole life. I just found out, and still 36 years young, and she has been trying to do that. Do you know? I told on the end, I'm going to the good place. Yes, I am at the good place, This is, wow, beautiful. I'll share another story about that another day because this place should be embraced beautifully. So, I was so thankful, today I saw the children, we beautifully, it was a beautiful day, but, mother is working overtime always, even if she's not in the house, so daddy boy. You think I don't see, but I even work on the outside because you work on the inside and the outside. And when you get a distance and you can see things from the outside because you were in the inside, yes, then you will find out better how daddy operates better. Yes, and people, it is an emergency. Today I was calling, around at one point without, my children around. They just came a few moments to me. Of course, hey, people were hearing that, made a compliment about that. But I was thinking about, hey, my children are in life danger, people. And I've been trying to get the right help, I was even trying to figure it out, I am a mother. I didn't want those professionals around me because I have a clear mind of myself. But I just had to find out what type of person we've been living all those years, and because a lot of people are involved, he even got it to like we're on, wow, I don't want to speak about it now, but just let's go to what really worries me, so wow, I didn't want him anymore. So when daddy thought, hey, I'm losing grip of controlling her inside with neglecting us, yes, inside, he turned his back on me. So we went to start to build up a dirty case on me. He started slowly, when that toxic comes in. Wow, it gets even bigger and bigger, like he has been doing and spreading rumors over there about a good mother. So, I thought about how I met him, I just came out of a toxic relationship with a boy that was, totally wow. So he knew that I was on the internet with him and I knew him from way back, I didn't even know him actually, because if you know a person, I would know I shouldn't have him as a boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. So, so he made it, and I remember, when I came to live with him, he made it sound around his friends like he saved me, or like he was the hero. I didn't know. I thought, but wow, the friends even spoke about it. I was just, happy that I was out of that other situation, and I didn't understand. I was still thinking, why do you speak about that? Why is his friend speaking about it? But now I understand better. So wow, even in my diaries I never spoke about this brother, and now I even understand better, because he has no feeling. I had relationships with partners that did their things, but they did show me their feelings. We did have conversations, but this was wow, this brother where my children is living with, he's really wow. So, let's just get back to the story, what I wanted to share. So we saved the hero, but because I came out of, toxic relationship with a mother growing up, I didn't see this, wow, this smooth, sick talker. He sure is, people, he sure is. So, he has been starting emotionally damaging me already. Wow, along, and I haven't seen it because, I had that hectic ways already along around me, but he is one that's on a silence one. That's wow, those people are dangerous. dangerous. That's why I tell you, my children are in danger. And I have been trying to reach out to those professionals. But hey, they just thought, hey, that's crazy lady screaming because she flipped out on daddy 2 times, and then he had that on me. Those people, he even knows how it works. Let me tell this. Like 3 weeks ago, more than that, when I flipped out and the police came, for the second time by the door, the house where me and my children grew up with the father, Wow, I flipped because daddy, wow, I came in that day and my son told me, Mommy, that lady was nice. So they went to an attraction park. Daddy with my children without communicating me. I was still there in the house taking care of my children, preparing, getting my stuff out of there, tidying up. I wanted to get my stuff, give it away to people in need. Hey, I was doing that. I had even, wow, a friend around there, and she's a good person. Wow, she was helping me out. I don't want to share no names because I don't want to bring anyone in danger. Wow, because hey, I've been learning better, about how to work my life better. So let's go back to that. Now, anyways, so wow, I was upset, because wow, wow, So I just snapped, when I came back, I was at a friend's place, I drank too many wines. And I came back and I was that crazy lady on the door because he was neglecting us all those times in house. When I found out later, I even wanted to throw things. Hey, that brother has been throwing things around in the house all our years, but on a silent, sneaky, whatever way, And it's wow, But anyways, let's go back to the story. Wow, people, because it's a lot, to think because my children are they need to get there out of there as soon as possible. Professionals, he even made it that way that he thinks that the professionals, they are on his side. But wow, people, I'm understanding his game even better. So, oh yeah, let's back to that lady. Yes. So I flipped, of course, when I found out, what? Wow, that's crazy. I've been taking care of the children since they were born, And now, 4 weeks ago, wow, So I flipped, Wow. And do you know what the funny part is? I didn't see my children so long, Yeah, I was trying to reach out to them. Do you know why I couldn't get hold of them? Because daddy is using another girl as a slave. And do you know what he's doing? He introduced her to my children. She's in the house. She's sleeping in my bed where I was sleeping in 4 weeks ago with my children. Yeah, like 4 weeks ago with my children, And she's taking care of them. She's picking them up. And whatever that I heard, And this is a different name. So the other time, 2 weeks ago, when mommy flips, and when you get a mother, wow, flipping, when a child, wow, then, and you're a South African girl, and you had a background, and wow, I flipped, Of course I flipped when I found out you've been neglecting us all our lives, So I flipped, bringing our children. What are you doing with your sick mind? You're damaging them. He has been damaging them, with his sickness. So I found out today it's totally different lady. And do you know, 2 weeks ago, I don't know last week, my son, he had his birthday party from his friends, and daddy told before mommy and daddy's going to be together there. But because I found out that how sick daddy was, he didn't want me in his life anymore. Do you know what message he sent me? He said to me, parents don't want you to be at your son's birthday party. And I thought, wow, brother, how could you? How dare you? Wow, I thought, wow. And today I found out that other girl he's using as a slave because that man can take care of his own house and my children, and you act out there like you are a man. Hey, that doesn't sound like a man, eh? You're using another girl to do your dirty work. Yes, because you're a dirty person and you're sick inside, and that's why you need to be disposed. Like I said, professionals, wow, they have disappointed me on a lot of levels, but once I get that lawyer on my case, brother, I got enough, okay? and you are going to be set out of custody, and I will have the full custody of my children because you're sick and twisted. Wow, that woman, she even takes care of my children. My child is even afraid of daddy. I saw my child, he's 6 years young. He's confused. That's emotional damage, That's what a mother sees. Because I was working inside, and now I'm from a distance. I'm out of that toxic environment. I see it when I see my children. Yes, I see. My son is even afraid of daddy. Did you know what daddy even did? He was telling me, my children inside making, he is bad mouth. He did that when I was in the house. Some moments I caught him, But now I'm not there. He's been doing it even worse, bad mouthing me in front of my children. My children are 6 and 3, What do you do with their brains? He is trying to separate me from my children in his sickness. And people aren't getting this. But the only person who is getting this is my auntie there in America, my dad in South Africa, and my oma in South Africa. Wow, they wish they could help me and my children because they understand that brother, he's not okay, yeah? So I tell you, my children are in life danger. So that brother, once I get this, wow, you won't have no rights for your children. No rights. Do you too? 3 weeks ago, he was in bed with the other girl. He was even sleeping there because he told me, hey, I'm not coming home. Hey, I knew you were already going to, hey, fine with me, My children are important. But now I had to find out there's other, hey, do you know that my stuff are all there? My clothes, my clothes, because, hey, you have to, that's the basics. Everything is there. And that woman is walking around there like, he's just using her as a slave because, once again, that's not a man. He can't take care of himself. That's why he's neglecting himself on his own sick ways and using my children. He first used me, and now, wow, things happen like it happened because mama saw what was going, and she just needed to find it out and have the right people around her. And that's why I tell you, I'm at a good place with a woman. Wow, beautiful. I'm learning beautiful life lessons about privacy, about having more peace. And I came here for the peace. Wow. I came here for the peace, and I'm getting it. But my children, they have to be with me as soon as possible. Because, some neighbors would see, there's coming in another wifey there. How could you? That's so dirty. That's why I say, he's sick, and he's hurting my children. That's neglection. And there's no professional. The profession that I've been walking around, they got it all wrong because they thought mommy was wrong, because of daddy, how he was doing it with his sick, building up a case on me, behind my back. But hey, brother, I got you. Have a good evening, and do you know what? I felt, I didn't want to give my children back to him. Do you know why? Because it felt like I'm putting my children in the hands of the devil. I tell you, people, I tell you. Because, oh yeah, here's another story. One of my good friends, that I know as my childhood, she told me the other day that her 3-year young daughter, they had a school party, and a confused man came there. And in front of her face, he picked her up. And the beautiful thing is she reacted like a mother should supposed to react. She took her child, went in, made a complaint, blah, 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 But what happened? The police came. They took that sick man, confused man. And my friend told them he should be locked up, The police said, we're going to let him out somewhere else. You know what the police did? Just a few meters up further, they let him out. And what happened after that? The man came back on the other spot at that park where the school children were having a party, He did it with another child. And what happened then? That man got beaten up. And the people who beaten that man up, hey, they were long gone when the police came. Hey, what do you think, Wow. Those people, even confused people, they should be in a different environment because they can't just do things with our children. And you know what I thought? Wow, that message. No one knows, only a mother knows. My children are living with a person like in some sickness way, and it's really damaging. damaging, because he is really turning the children in his sick way against me. I saw it today. I saw it by my son, because he's getting older, 6 years. He's confusing that brother. And when you get turned to age like that, you're trying to understand what right is, what wrong, because that's what I learned about the beautiful person I'm living here. She reminded me, I thought, indeed, he's coming to age that he's learning life better. Wow, well, my daughter, she's 3 years young, wow. She just thinks, hey, I can be me, She's acting like she's 17 sometimes. When I saw her on the video, the makeup how she was wearing, I got a fright, people. And what she was wearing, I got a fright. I told my auntie in South Africa, no, in America, I said, auntie, she looked like a girl. Wow, wow, I don't want to even say it. So, and that was only the video call. I just need to see a few minutes, and I know how it's going on with my children, because the mother always knows how it's going on with her children. And I was always protecting my children, but I was protecting the father of my children, because wow, he is the sickest child I ever met in my life. He can't raise children. That's why he's having another person. And you know what the funny part is? That's the person he knows her from the gym. My son told me. And the funny thing is, when I was getting exhausted when Noah, was young, and I said, hey, can you do something with your child so I can work in the house or do something, he took my son to the gym, so that he can work on his body, and my son can play with other kids. Wow. That's not making a real connection with the father. And that he has been doing years. And even that after my daughter came, I was totally sucked in his sick game, And what has he been doing? Wow. And now my daughter too, also been bringing them to that gym. Oh, he's not making no connections. He's only making connections on the outside because he wants to keep up and act like he is the man. But no, he isn't the man. He can't even take care of his children inside. That's why he's having another girl walking around there. Well, you were using me all that time. Now I even know better. Wow, yo. And I've been living there. And now, wow, that's sick, people. That's not a healthy person, because a healthy person would have said, okay, it's not going to work. Let's arrange this on a better way. But he never did that, and I was just being my friendly me. But he couldn't, he saw me becoming a better version. And sick people, they do sick things to hurt you. And that's why he's hurting my children, And there aren't people, those professionals, I have a clear mind of my own, and I wanted the respect and the privacy. When I found out that I was neglected by my mother all those years since I was born, they never respected me, And now I understand why the father of my children didn't understand that when I told him in December, when we came in a bigger storm ever, I didn't know then, but he was even as sick. Wow. And I found out 2 weeks ago, and then I flipped. Wow, I'm a South African girl. I was raised differently, but it doesn't mean that I have to act on some ways. But hey, when you find out really what happened in your life, wow, how damaged you have been because you have only been a good girl. Wow. It's important that you have the right people around you who treat you with respect and who listen to your story. They were only my loved ones and the people who are really good for other people. They took me in. That's what I love about good people. When you surround yourself with good people, the good will come your way. And that's what has been happening with me. But I just had 2 moments with my children yesterday on the video call. Oh no, the day before yesterday. And yesterday, because it's already after midnight, And yesterday, wow, people. So I tell you, wow. I'm a mother that can't sleep like that, because there aren't a few people. Even his friends don't even see how that goes in. My son is afraid of him, I was hurting when I had a video call with him yesterday evening. I was speaking to my daughter, and I heard my son having a conversation with the father in the kitchen. My son was stuttering in a long way. I never ever heard that before, That's totally afraid of the father. He's playing a sick game, people, and it's coming out, and the children are going to be safe with me because that's a promise I will keep to them, because I saw, wow, that's why daddy was keeping me away from them, because I saw And now I'm gonna work on a better way. Wow, because I will find a person, especially the one that's gonna stand next to me, who's gonna fight against you in the law. Yes, for me and my children. Because you, wow, he's sick. Do you know why am I even afraid? He had a drink today even. He's showing outside that everything is cool, So he will pick up the children. He picked the children up, Wow. And then he would go drink on there. I don't know what they're planning, And then he will do his sick things. And then my children are up there, because he is sick and twisted. Wow. And I can't turn to the police, because, wow. I already see how that works, and how they have been hurting, I listen to people who treat you with respect. That's normal. But if you don't be treated with respect, you will react on how you learned from life. And that's why who raised you. Yes, wow, people. So now I'm just worried, I'm just worried. And I even called, to those people who really help you, I said they are in life danger. Wow. I told a short phase of my story, but because it's in the hands of child support, wow, because they didn't have the right evidence. They didn't have the right evidence. That's why, I'm upset about how things went, They didn't have the right evidence. And now because the case is up to child, wow, because daddy has been doing a sick game out there and still keeps on playing that and hurting my children inside, neglecting my children, my son, my heart. I had to keep it strong today and happy for them. But wow, for my children, people. So this is the truth, this is the truth. And I know they will come out there safely. Do you know why? I also wrote down, this year is going to be the best year ever. It started off as the worst year because I found out I was being neglected, My mother still tried to do that for 36 years long. But the other day, wow, my mother is crazy, because she hurts me as on a child. She has hurt me on all types of level. And now in her sickness, she even hurt me with me and my children being us in trouble of her sickness. And those professionals, they believed it. So they started off with me already on a bad way, And I just came out. I just needed rest. That's what I said, I just needed rest. But I didn't know that daddy was as sick as he is, I didn't know. I thought I could trust him, but he isn't trusted. I can't trust him. And now what I found out, that he's using just, wow. The other day, when we went to child support, I told him I flipped, about that other girl. He said it was just a friend. Now I understand it why it's just a friend. So you have sex with just a friend. You are a father. You still have the mother living in the house, taking care of your children. And then now, because your cover you were getting blown, your cover was blown by me, I flipped. You saw I didn't want you anymore. Now you have another woman in-house to take care of my children. Hey, that's not right. That's a sick game, Wow, do you know what my son said? Mommy, she's even picking me up on Monday from school so I don't have to go to daycare. Do you know how daddy was hurting me these few months? Forcing me that the children had to go to daycare, forcing my child to go to daycare. But hey, I was working on myself on that other end, and that's what he couldn't stand because he saw I was starting to glow better. I was starting to glow better. Wow, everything is falling into place. I'm getting, sometimes you need to play a game to find out. But when you found out that game, I don't play those sick games anymore because the puzzles, they fall at peace. And now it's an emergency to save my children out of there. So even on the internet, I'm sharing for the world because wow, he needs to give my children really back as soon as possible. And wow. Why I'm saying why is because I'm disappointed at professionals that have functions, that have been doing the work like they have been doing. I'm so disappointed. And this is a real story, yeah? Because daddy tried to bring it out like I was the crazy sick, what he has been doing. Hey, I'm glad I saved myself on not listening to all those lies because they would affect me because, hey, I'm a high sensitive person, but I'm becoming a stronger sensitive person. Yes, mentally strong. Definitely. Hey, it doesn't even, yes, let it be. But anyways, So wow, I'm just figuring everything out. So anyways, sometimes I'm getting my story straight. Sometimes I just think about something and then I start my story in a different way and let it be. Let it be. I just need to let it get out of there. And I'm learning to become a better speaker. I'm learning to become a better writer. Everything takes time. You improve, especially when you've been in those toxicness for your whole life, man, since you've been born. Hey, 35, 36 years young, you don't do that overnight. But the beautiful thing is why I said, this is going to be the best year ever. My son is 6. My daughter is 3. I am 36. So Nova is 3. Noah is 6. I am 36. And like I said, when you put Nova in front of Noah first, then you have new peace. And their ages together from Nova and Noah, if you put them together, it's 36. So I turned 36. So I mean, the best year ever, because I have been working hard on all different parts. Because I was too creative. I didn't really knew. I was finding the way to set my priorities better, because hey, there are a lot I have when you are creative. But now I'm finding out, better because of this good place. What is the most important thing and how you need to act better. Yes, that's why I'm getting more peace and more clarity and a better way to get out of it. I'm out of it in a way with one leg out, because hey, I'm still hanging in there trying to get my children out. They're not trying, they're coming out, but I'm holding on to their hands even if I'm not there with them. I told them, every moment I speak with them, I tell them, Mommy loves you. I'm saying all those things, the beautiful things, that my child needs to hear, both of them, because they need to know Mommy's here. So I'm gonna make appointments with Daddy Boy. I want to call them every morning, every day. It doesn't matter, even if it can happen one moment. I have to see them every day, because he's playing a sick game and now he's using someone else. Just, hey, that's sick, eh? Wow, I have been living there since, I was pregnant with my son. And now you're just bringing in a different woman, like you're gonna, what the freak, that's sickness, I'm just, wow, it's sick. That's sick, and people don't understand that. Some people do. They see it from a distance and they think, wow, that's crazy. But hey, they don't speak. That's what Daddy Boy wanted me to be quiet, so that he can keep on using me as a slave. But hey, once you find out, you come out of that bubble that you've been neglected. Wow, and my children are still in there, and you don't have the right people around you who can trust you on professional level. Wow, of course, I was on a run to the good people. Of course, I was on a run. I thought I had to go to my mother, but hey, she was toxic. She's still toxic. And do you know what I did today? A few days ago, my mother wishes me the death. She calls the police on me like I'm a bad child, because I understand that, because people have been treating her. So when you are sick and all those brains wires are loose, you react it out on another person. That's her pain, of course, but it's not me. But when you didn't get the right help, it's going to get worse, 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 worse. But if you understand her better, a person like that, you can help them better. So, today, a few days ago, she changed the locks. I thought, hey, wow, wow. But my auntie was already afraid of my mother. But that's okay, that's okay. So today, wow, in the evening, I was writing and I just thought, I want to bring her key back. My auntie, I love her. She told me, you really need to close that door, because she doesn't want to become better, and she doesn't have the right professionals around her that are making her better. That's why there are people like this on the streets. They need to have a different, they have a different system to treat those people, and not out there on the street, because they hurt people in their sickness. My mother has been hurting me for 36 years young, inside and even outside, in her sick ways. But because she has a card now, they just let her go. I can't even call the police on her. But now my children are living with a person that is on the same case like my mother, not on the way, I want to become a better person. No, he's becoming a sicker person. And it's only going to go on and on and on and on. So that's why I tell you, people, my children need to be out there as soon as possible. That's why I can't sleep, because hey, maybe he's doing drugs now there. Yes, illegal drugs, and just kind of trying to get away with it because mommy flipped. Hey, I'm a South African girl. Yes, I'm living in a country that reacts on a different way. Hey, I was finding a better way, in becoming a better person. Duh. But hey, they didn't see the good work that I was doing inside. Daddy did. That's why he was hurting and neglecting me on his silence way. I don't know how I call it even, I don't, maybe I love to have a funny way for it. Let me see what else I have. Oh, it's 30 minutes, people, but hey, this was a story, I've been writing today also because hey, I want to share, but I will do that another moment because I was working in the garden also. By the beautiful soul I am. Let me see. Oh yeah. So I was so exhausted in the evening, but I just thought, hey, I need to bring that key back to her because I need to really close that door because, even if I thought my mother did help me, in her sick way, but she hurts me on the other hand in her sick way, and now even deeply with why my children, me and me, because, she even communicates with the daddy. They are both sick people communicating with each other. Really, wow, really. My mother has a loony card. So what's your story, brother? You're still on the cover, but hey, your cover has been blown, and my children have to be with me, and hey, they will be with me. Hey, and like I said, you're gonna lose the children because you're sick, okay? Totally custody. Total custody I will have. Because, wow, my son, my daughter, wow, a mother knows and a mother feels, especially when you have been caring for them since they have been born. And now, wow, so let's go to the happiness again because I don't want to keep myself in there because I know they will come home soon, So, yes, that's for it now. Because just had to get this out. Yeah. So like I said, my 6-year-old son is getting confused. He was already, in the other period, when I found out about my mother. And I was just finding, wow. And I didn't know about the father, people. Wow, people. It's a story, I am afraid, I'm not afraid because I have to trust the Lord. I have to trust, that all will be right. But daddy, wow, my son, I can even hear how my children speak, because they haven't seen me. How they speak to each other, the words, I can hear daddy, even in there when they are upset, to each other. That's tough, people, and they do it on there. But I already understand how daddy will do that in a more aggressive way when no one is around. And now he has some girl that is so, oh my God, I don't even know what age she is. I wonder because, I thought he was out with her today, he was out with her today, wow. And I thought he would come by, take the children up with her. I wanted to meet her, I want to know because I can see when I see a person, just at one moment, just a face, just a face. And then I know what type of person is in front of me. Yes, I do, people. Yes, I do. So, but no, it didn't. So I'm just gonna, I'm becoming a better person because I have to do that for my children, Daddy boy has been trying to, yes, he's been trying to do that out there too, even in his sickness. Try to hurt me on the outside, but now I'm on a distance, and the only way he can hurt me is because my children are still there in his sick games, and I just want them by me as soon as possible. But hey, having more peace makes me see more about what type of person we have been living all our lives, not me, but my children. Hey, we are one. And my kitty cats, it started with them. Do you know? My kitty cats, they can't speak, but they see. Cats see, they see. Cats see. So I'm also there for my cats. So we need to be together in a safe place, people, in a safe place. So that lawyer was gonna defend me on my case. Wow, people. Daddy boy. Daddy boy. That's just what mama is gonna say, eh? What else? I have more clever things to say, share, people, but hey, I'm just thinking about my children, and wishing and hoping and praying that they're safe. Just, wow. Okay, so one last thing. Then I have more. I am learning to, make my videos better, to set up a better, you learn, you learn, you learn. I love to learn, and I love to learn it on my way. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I was thinking about, is it, oh yeah, that song, My Way from, I will say it another day because I want to say his name right. I love that song too, from My Way. Wow, My Way. I just do it my way, Wow. And I was just protecting the children. And I thought, you know, I already knew that daddy was like a big boy, a big child, but I didn't know. That's a, I don't know how you call a person like that. I'm going to find a funny way for people like that because do you know how important it is to fill your body with good words? Like I said, here it comes, In Dutch, I speak mostly Dutch, I always say, oh yeah, that's funny, but then, oh, dat is grappig. I have somewhere in my life, I taught myself to say that. And I'm a funny person. So now in English, I'm even saying it. Yes, you have to fill your body with the right words. Okay, people, I gotta go.